fishing video here on fishing spots in Ireland. We're going to the Ring of Kerry. So coming across to the UK, catching the ferry, let's say Fishguard to Wrasse here, driving in, probably down this road here, the N25, through Cork, the N22, and then either Killarney or via Kenmare, whichever is the quickest way, and to head to a place called Waterville. Right, and I personally would stay here in the town, Waterville. So let's just go to Earth. Alright, so we get a cottage, or we get a bed and breakfast, or a hotel, or a campground, whatever. We stay here, everything there. And we would do some bass fishing on this beach here, Inny Beach, anywhere along there. I personally have fished in this corner here about 25 years ago. I remember that because there's an old derelict hotel on this corner here, just there. And you can dig some bait just round the corner here, a place called Balin Skelligs. And I think there was like a pier or something where I dug it, and I think it might have even been right up here, Balin Skelligs Pier. I dug it around here somewhere. But you might find there'll be lugworm all the way around there. I can't quite remember, definitely off this beach. Anyway, so we've got your lug and surfcaster, and we were getting bass one after the other one here. And I don't think a lot has changed. You can work your lures as well. Some anglers fish this area on an incoming tide, and when it's in right at the flood, top of the flood, your car will probably be parked around about up this road here. You can fish on this corner here into the estuary for sea run trout and bass as well, right here on metals. So that is that. Another beach to try is the main Waterville Beach in front of the car park, they say, for flatfish and occasional bass. So there's the car park just there, just coming in the picture in this area here. So there's a nice close one there. Obviously, if the wind is coming from the southwest, this sort of direction, southerly, it's quite stiff. Before I go into that, I just want to mention that for bass, you do want good surf running with your surfcaster. Okay, and you know, fairly big leads to get it out a bit. You know. So the other thing I was going to say was we take the road on the way to Hog's Head, which is this point here, Hog's Head, and there are some rock fishing locations just here, and you've got some shelter from the southerly there as well. There's a road here, and off this area here, anywhere around here really, your usual sort of suspects, good Balin Wrasse, Pollock, bottom fishing, be quite snaggy for your congers and your bullhuss and things like that. There might be some triggerfish there as well. There might be one or two surprises, the odd mackerel and bits and pieces. As for fishing this area here, up this end, it looks a little bit too dicey. However, it might be worth the drive and just a look-see. Just park up here and have a look. Is there anywhere I can get down? Is it safe for me to fish? This area does look good, but it does look quite steep. So they do say that this side is the better side. So yeah, so close to where you're staying in Waterville, you've got some good rock fishing. You've got a couple of places to do surf casting. You've got somewhere to dig bait here. All right, that's all close together, so you don't want to go too far. Now this low careen, this freshwater in here, I think that's sort of a trout sort of fishery in there. I've not done too much research on it. There might be some coarse fishing in there. There's definitely going to be some trout. I know there's some trout in this stream here. So that is Waterville. What else can I tell you? There's another area I would try being based from here. It's just across here. Is it Keel? Sinfinian's Bay. Sinfinian's Bay, and this road which runs along here. This road here. and maybe even this bit of road here. You can investigate these ledges here and inside here for some good Balin Wrasse, Pollock, triggerfish and things like that, with lures and baits. One thing, if you're going for the Balin Wrasse, you want to get hold of some hardback crab. That sorts out the better fish. So surf casting here, I think you might, in certain times you can get turbot, you can get rays, dogfish if you're interested in those, wrasse, conger, pollock. You know, you can get that on baits, and also fish off the headlands form as well. These little areas around here, so that's a good spot. That is well worth a try, and again, that's very close to where you're staying. Yeah, so okay, if we go a little bit, I mentioned the hardback crab. So an area where you can get them. I'm not saying you can't get them in other places, but where it'd be easier to get them. It's a bit of a hike. It's not too bad if you're up that way anyway, or if you go there for half a day and just, you know, they will keep quite a long time. They can keep up to 7 days in a fridge if you look after them and change the water and keep them cool and things like that. This area here, Carshaveen, go down to the river, or the estuary should I say, and what you'll find is along these banks here be a load of sort of rock, kelp, weed, mud. Looks like some sort of a weir here where it drains off, and you want to concentrate on this area here. Concentrate, and get your crabs there. Also, it's worth going to the marina and just go in there and just have your fish and chips, have an ice cream or whatever. Have a little walk around the harbour, see if it's okay to fish in there. You might sight some mullet in here, and it might be worth having a go for those. Always looking for opportunities. So that's your crab. I've given you a couple of locations to fish for your wrasse, for your big wrasse. Another place you can try is you go onto the island, Valencia Islands, and pretty much the only spot which I can see is worth fishing is Valencia Island Lighthouse. There's a car park there, and you can fish if the weather will let you, if the swell will let you. It's very exposed. So if it looks safe, then go for it. If it don't, then don't bother. It's quite simple. Parking here, and this area here for all types of rock fishing. The other northern parts of the island are inaccessible for fishing. It's just too steep. All this area here, there's no way you're going to fish it. You can get out here and fish in a boat, but that's the only way you're going to do it. I think there's a bit of fishing off this harbour here. There's certainly some charter boats in there if you want to do a charter. And again, worth a look, see what you can see. You might be able to do a little something in there. I know there's a little something off this bridge, but Port McGee will be probably some better options. Like I say, if you're going to go to charter, we left here somewhere, I think. This was I'm going back 25 years ago, and they took us all the way across to these Blasket Islands here. It's to do with the weather or something. And they took us to Great Blasket. And years ago, I fished off here. I fished off Slee Head, and I fished off the Wild Bank, which is about here somewhere. We were at Dingle on holiday. So we returned and fished there. But there's the Skellig Rocks out here as well. These bad boys. What's it say there? The Skellig, here it is. The Skellig, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at the Skellig. There she is. Shouldn't spoil it for you really. Lighthouse. Skellig Rock. On the Skelligs, so if you want to take a day trip to the Skelligs to have a wander around, that'd be awesome. Put it graveyard, people lived on it. Christ, there you go, that's what you want to be. You want to be on a charter boat. Looks a bit steep, doesn't it? There's a helipad on there, look. Did you see that? There they are. Beautiful, look at that. Birds. Full of birds, look. There it is, look at that. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So I think Hog's Head is this one, over there. And Waterville's in here. And Valencia Island is this one. And that's probably Port McGee, just there. Look at that, that is unbelievable. So you go on a nice day, look at this. Some good fishing there. Right, that's enough of that. Went off on a bit of a tangent there. Okay, so that's pretty much. I'm just trying to think if there's another spot I can show you. Yes, right. So Valencia Island here. So if we're staying here, you can drive up Carshavine, and there's a beach here, Rossberg Strand. Talk about bass in this corner here. Tope off the end if you're adventurous enough. Some bass there, and then go on the other side. There's a whole host of different spots. This sort of beachy area here is Derrynane Beach has got a reputation for a few bass and some flatfish. And this coastal road along here, there's some good wrasse fishing on these ledges. Just have to drive along and see how close it is and what looks good. Again, lugworm for your Balin wrasse and your hardbacks for your bigger Balin wrasse. And there's an island. Rossmore Island. Along here is good for wrasse. Virtually unfished. How high up these cliffs are. Don't look too bad. Quite low. So there you go, that one there. Yeah, so some good fishing there. So there you are. This will be a nice part of the world. You might want to bring some wet weather gear. But there you go. That's my Ring of Kerry fishing guide. Just to let you know, there is a hell of a lot of spots along here where you can do some fishing. But I've just gone to the ones which probably would make the most sense. All right, without complicating it too much. So, okay, hope you enjoyed. Oh yeah, another quick one before I go. If you are into mountain climbing, there's some good peaks around here. Some nice high ones. Cara 2 Hill. This one here, that's over 3,000 feet, that one. So that'd be a nice bit of exercise doing that. Right, I'm not going to keep you much longer. That is it. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you on the next one. Please subscribe. Give us some feedback if you're liking the videos. What videos you'd like to see next. There you go. Okay, take care.